This video is just to better explain to anyone watching, if you want to become this one, and it's not so much becoming this one, but it's realizing you are already what you seek. You cannot become any more godly than you already are now, whether you convince yourself you are or aren't. You can never become more of what you are than what you are right now. If you're doing meditation to achieve a goal or to fulfill an expectation, you will find that this brings a temporary joy or fulfillment. But once you are done meditating and you return to what you call yourself, this joy slowly decreases or leaves you. The sense of fulfillment slowly leaves you, and you have to do again to achieve this. And it's like this with a lot of things. Many people will continuously return to psychedelics because they feel this is the only way they can be this divine sense of energy. But so long as we are doing something, we're trying to become what we already are. All is one. And if there is a problem out in the world, according to you, if you have convinced yourself there is a problem in the world, there is an imbalance in the world, there is something just not right in the world, something that needs correction, something that needs change, something that needs a higher level of awareness. But if all is one, then the reason people avoid this term, or they just flirt with the term all is one, is to divert the attention from themselves. As long as we can keep our mind fulfilled or distracted or entertained or chattering, we remain as every single thing but what is. All from one. So who has brought forth this earth? Who created the earth? Who created the universe? The obvious answer? It's God. God is the answer, right? Boom. Let's get more in depth. Let's take it a step further. What has created the concept of God? You did. That's something you have to take responsibility for. When you close your eyes and you go to sleep, you take the sun and the moon with you. You cannot see them in your sleep, and if you do, they are not this one. You take the sun and moon with you, you take the universe with you, and whatever beliefs you have behind this universe, whether you think it's infinite or finite, whether you think it's here or there, whether you think you are here or there, you take this universe with you when you sleep. The reason being is because you have spoken this entire theoretical universe into a projection, into a physical image in the mind. Opening the third eye is acknowledging the self beyond the words ego is hiding behind. Most people think that ego is actually hiding behind the forms we see, but it is not. Ego is hiding behind the words we use. It hides in the word earth. It hides in the word human, because if you figure out that the word human and the word earth come from one singular point, then you are free of these words. They no longer control you. You will no longer seek yourself in them. The words are what has birthed. The words are what will die. So if you have found yourself here and now through these words, you must transcend these words, go beyond them, because it's very upfront. You know ahead of time you are going to die. These words will someday cease to be, and you will not be able to speak. At last, returning to what has always been. Let's reveal all the topics and all these things we've created for ourselves. Body, family, job, a car. All these things are things that we exist in through words. And when we convince ourselves we are this body, we are what speaks, we are simply and magnificently hiding from ourselves in these words. The same awareness that allows you to establish a name, a title, a shape, a place, a who, the same awareness that has allowed me to become my title, my body, my name, is the same awareness that has allowed you to become your title, your name, your body, your job, all these words that you exist in. When we feel that the world that we know is real, we will seek others that also see the problem in this world and agree with us, because deep down we don't want to awaken. We want to find those who will agree and keep us in this narrative, all but what is actual reality, because the only reality is what has always been. Who spoke the first word into being? You did. You did. So in other words, when this screen, which is my own consciousness, when it becomes a word, and I call it Earth, I've created a place, an illusory place, nowhere but my mind. And so a lot of people say, I want to be free from the matrix, or I want to escape this matrix. You don't want to escape anywhere, and you don't need to be freed. The only thing you need to do is realize that the earth that you're talking about, and that you and you alone exist in, does not exist. Which is the hardest part. That is where we start feeling like we are losing our mind. But you must lose your human mind to find your true self. Beyond title, beyond shape, beyond boundary, beyond all limits to your comfortability.